Hi, Dawn Lewis here. Today I've got this cute retro selfie card using a Kitty K digital stamp, and this is part of a blog hop, so make sure you check that out. The link is below. I'm colouring with Copic markers and I've sped this up. My skin tones are E50, E51, E21 and E53. When I get up to the face, I've also added some yellow reds, and I'll talk you through those as I put them on. I've added E21 recently into my skin tone mix. I'm really happy with it. I did spend a lot of time blending on this card. I've never coloured this image before, and wow, it was so smooth to colour. Love. I mean, look at those legs. I wish I had legs like that. It'd be great. So the first thing I actually did when I was planning out this card was, one, I planned it, and two, I actually went through my paper pads and decided what colour scheme that I would use today. So since this is for the lovely Regan's birthday, it's a secret blog hop. She doesn't know we're doing it. Surprise! I thought that I would pick out something nice and bright and happy. So the yellow reds I've used on my face, yellow red 01, YR02, YR68, and I've used a little C2 just inside the mouth to tone it down. I've used B quadruple 0, 000, 00 on her eyes. Colouring the camera case and the stool, both the same colours, E30, E31, E33, E34 and E37, just to really add some darkness and real good shading into that wood. So the next step was to get the green going on her headscarf, her dress and her shoes. I'm using, where's my notes, G00, G12, G03 and G05. So what I've done is each colour I've done the headscarf, I've done the dress, I've done the shoes. So if I go in the same order each time I add a colour and then go through and blend, I don't forget and I don't miss any parts. So it also helps me build it up and make sure that the balance is the same on all three of those green items. I was planning on going up with one more dark green, but I was so happy with it at this point, I just went, oh, forget it, I'm just going to leave it how it is. Looking at it through a screen also helps me see where it's glaringly obvious that there's too much highlight or not enough shadow. So moving on to her hair, I've used Y21, Y23, Y26, YR24. I did throw a yellow in there. I wasn't really happy with it, so I wouldn't recommend it. YR27 and ending up with E99. For her belt, I have just used, oh, now where did I see? I've written all this down. I'm looking at my list. Y17, Y19, YR24. So let us have a look now at the construction of the card. I printed it and planned to do this as all one panel, changed my mind. So I've cut out the happy birthday. I used a font and I just made this in Photoshop when I printed my card up, and it says from me, my selfie and I. Now I realised I wanted to have more pretty on the front of the card, like pattern paper and stuff, so I decided to use the from me, my selfie and I on the inside of the card. When you are fussy cutting an image, cut out all those inside bits first. If you cut them after you cut out around the outside, it won't be stable and you will have an enormous amount of trouble and probably tear what you're trying to cut out. I found my tiny scissors, yay, and was very happy to use them. I also cut out the Kenny Kiernan that I always keep, and I've used that on the card. Again with the 6x6 craft, and I flipped through this beautiful Kaisercraft paper pad. It's called Limelight, and I chose this one. It's glossy and it looks like wallpaper. That's why I chose this one, and I thought her green dress really popped against the pale background. I've just lightly gone around the edges using distress ink called Bundled Sage, just because it was a bit green around the edge. I want to cut some of it off because it's a 6.5 inch paper pad. It kind of got a bit lost and needed boosting. I've inked the greeting. This paper pad has die cuts in it, so I've added a scalloped one across the top and chose the second piece of paper that I can mat my happy birthday on the front, and I'll also use this to mat the from me, myself and I greeting that goes inside the card. It's pretty cool. I inked around the edge of the green with the Bundled Sage as well, just to give it a bit of a border. And then I had chosen some other die cuts, changed my mind, went with this clock instead, but it's the same pattern as the paper, so I did ink around it. I also added an adhesive pearl. There we've got the grading in the inside. Tombow Mono adhesive does the job really well. I'm sorry about my voice, I'm not actually supposed to be talking. and I've weighed it down with blocks. I've added my copyright symbol. I added some photo corners. She's got a camera, so I thought let's add some photo corners just on opposite sides there. And we've got the outside, we've got inside, and we're done. So Regan, I hope you have an awesome birthday, and we've given you a bit of a surprise. For all of the details and ingredients for this card, you can find them on my blog. I hope you have an awesome crafty day, everybody, and thank you all for watching this video, and to those who subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye for now.